This is Dave Foster, the 1031 Investor, coming at you today from someplace warm, someplace sunny, and we're going to find out if the fish are biting in just a few minutes. But before that, I kind of feel like I almost need to give you a word from our sponsors. Today's episode is being brought to you by Sesame Street, because today we're going to be talking about the 3 F's. They're going to be so important in your life if you want to be a successful real estate investor and if you want to reach your goals ultimately. So the 3 F's, let's jump right into what's the first F. You know, whether you've read a lot of Robert Kiyosaki or Napoleon Hill way back in the days before most of you were born, which is admitting things I really don't want to admit, or whether you've subscribed to the mantras and the cry that you've heard from the FIRE movement. In all cases, they're dealing with options and actions that give you the power to control your life. The first F we're talking about today is financial independence. And that's the first 2 words of the FIRE movement. Financial independence, retire early. A whole lot of you have heard about that, and doesn't that sound attractive? Of course, too often we focus on the last 2 words, retire early, and don't realize that that's predicated on the first 2 words, which are financial independence. Financial independence is the key to retiring early, because retirement probably isn't going to be nearly as much fun as it could if you haven't taken care of the financial independence. But that's what's really cool about real estate investing, because it's an ancillary, it's an add-on to anything else you do in life. Whether you're a fireman or a doctor or a grocery store clerk, no matter what you do for a living, real estate investing can give you the power to multiply the effect and time and effort of your life. Real estate works for you day and night, whether you are. And that money added upon what you make from your regular job or made as part of a full-time real estate career is what gives you the capital that we would say is the ability for you to enjoy the benefits of compound interest. Compound interest is a funny thing, but at its simplest core, compound interest is taking the money that you make and using it to make more money, which then you take along with your first money to make more money. And it's as simple as the difference between giving someone $1 a day for 30 days or giving someone a penny that's doubled every 30 days. I'll let you do the math yourself on that to see who comes out better. But spoiler alert, the person that gets a penny a day doubled is going to be several $1,000,000 ahead of the person getting $1 a day. And the reason is compound interest. Albert Einstein called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. And he said this further. He said that those that know it, understand it, and use it will benefit from it. Those that don't are going to pay for it. So whether you're on the side of wanting to use compound interest for yourself, or whether you find yourself maybe strapped with debt where the interest is accruing and compounding negatively in your life, you recognize its power. And this is where real estate investing, and in particular, the 1031 exchange, come into play. Because a 1031 exchange allows you to sell investment real estate that has profit in it, and then go and purchase new real estate. But here's the kicker: in between, you don't have to pay the tax on the profit that you normally would have. So what do you get to do with that tax? You get to use that tax to purchase more real estate. So you're using your efforts to be able to buy more property, which then when you sell, you do another 1031 exchange process, and then you get to use all of that. And what did we call that? Compound interest. What are you compounding? The government's tax dollars. Because with the 1031 exchange, you get to keep and use the benefit of those tax dollars instead of the government. There's a gentleman named Chris that's had a very, very popular blog post on one of our forums where he's getting ready to retire and move into an RV for full-time living. You know why he can do that? Because over the course of years, he has performed a series of 1031 exchanges so that now he is making enough money on the government's tax dollars that he can buy an RV and move his kids onto it. Chris is a little scared because that's not a traditional path, but Chris has achieved financial independence and he can do it. And to Chris out there, it's like, Chris, when I did that and moved onto my boat for 10 years, people would always ask me, do you still live in a boat? Because they couldn't get it. Don't let the haters get to you. If they ask you that, just say, sure. Do you live in a house? Why? Dave Foster here. Compound that interest. Get financial freedom, financial independence. We'll see you on the water.